Have you ever fallen in love at the table? Hell yes. And her PC ran off with my PC, and it led to coffee and some pretty intense moments. But I'm married and she was dating, then engaged, now married to another player. And I had a small window I could have left my wife and kids, broken her shit off, and run away in an RV. But I didn't, and I'm left thinking of her every day, even though I made the right decision. Oof. Oof.
Like, the thing is, we really don't know this guy's situation, but I'm gonna say, don't run off on your wife and kids.
Yeah, I'm gonna say...
I'm gonna put that out there. I'm gonna assume that's probably the wrong decision.
Fuck me.
A lot of the time, it's a wrong decision.
Yeah.
I think it's very, very rare that is the thing to do.
Yeah, because a fleeting moment of romance might wither away after 2 months after
Yeah, exactly.
it's been had, and then you're left on thinking to yourself, fuck, why did I leave my wife and kids?
And you can't really fix that.
No.
If you've done that, you're never really going to be forgiven for that type of...
Fuck me. But once again, we don't know his circumstances, so let's not judge.
Yeah.
Once, actually. I don't really like to talk about it because she broke my heart. Yeah, I know, you guys think it's wimping / is autistic shit, but I grew up in the 80s, so it's what I know. Gym lockdown's starting to get to me. In my country, we can't go to the gym. Now, this in itself is not my problem, as I'm a home gym master. Okay. Shortly before everything kicked off, I started seeing this girl at the gym. Super cute, short shorts. This is important for later. Let's call her Sarah. Exact same name as my sister. Same appearance as my sister. Same...
What?
Same sex noises as my sister?
I think Pornhub's been getting to this fella.
Okay. Anyway, long story short, my parents walked in on me masturbating to a picture that she sent to me on one in her panties, no bra, and sucking off a lollipop. Parents and sister freak out and call me a disgusting animal that should be put down. Try to tell them, but they don't believe me, and because of lockdown, I'm unable to prove it.
I think, look, it's not your sister though, so I suppose it's fine. But I don't like the way you're comparing
them to your sister.
It's not really TG related, this one, if I be honest with you, but it's
interesting.
It's interesting to say the least. Okay, the thing is, right, for me personally, it's not the sister though, so I don't really see the big deal in it. However, he himself is comparing.
All the replies to it are just same-sex noises to my sister. The fucking reaction.
I don't want to know about the same-sex noises.
I don't want to. No, fit bro here. I've dated girls who game, both tabletop and video, and like comics, etc. They're almost always universally extremely immature or batshit insane. It's strange. Being fit in that world means even at a local gaming store, the women there always try to find little and sometimes awkward ways to make themselves noticeable. I fell for it a few times. Never again. They're not teammates. They're extremely conceited with little to offer, and their lives are often in shambles. I just want to play some 40k with some good company.
The thing is, this makes me think of, that one about the SJW store manager from yesterday's video?
Yeah.
It makes me think of that, where, let's be serious, guys. Anytime there is women involved at, game stores or anything like that, there is a lot of beta orbiters.
Yeah.
Let's just be straight up with that. There's a lot of the White Knight really kicks into play.
Yeah.
The thing is, I don't really think I'm being biased in this because I have seen it multiple times.
Yeah.
And it is kind of
But it does happen.
It does. But again, the thing is, because
it's that environment.
The thing is, right, in game stores and stuff like that, when people are playing, these are very male-dominated
games.
There's a lot of girls that play video games and stuff, but there's nowhere near as many that play tabletop. There is a good few, but there's nowhere when it comes to 40k, there's none. I'm telling you. So you come across a girl who plays 40k, they're like fucking unicorns.
Yes,
I've seen them online, but I don't believe them. I just don't believe they exist.
Yeah,
personally.
I tried.
Yeah, you did, Guy.
But it's just not my thing.
Yeah.
I'd much rather play D&D.
Same. Be honest with you,
I think that's why girls enjoy D&D better, because there is that role-playing element.
Yeah.
And stuff, and it's easier to get into.
Oh yeah, it is, most definitely.
Most definitely, because 40k, there's a lot of fucking lore.
To put it frankly, it's slightly too autistic. It just is.
Well, Your words, not mine.
Yeah, well,
you are autistic.
Yeah,
so
exactly.
You can
but
say it.
look, it is what it is. All right, guys. Next post.
Be me, youngling around 12, I think. Dumb tomboy, always with my grip. She should be playing doll with her other yucky girls or something. Always picking on her, and she's always picking on me. But I call her first every day we want to play. After some time, almost every new adventure, our characters end up in a relationship. And then she starts acting girly, like not wearing dirty clothes or accessorizing. When we are alone, which is happening more and more as we forgot to call the others. Culminating in the day one of my characters died, so I threw myself back, laying at the ground. We used to play on the floor, not a table. And she does this standing over me crying my death thing, but I open my eyes early, and we look directly at each other with our faces near. Puberty hits all at once and we kiss. And then that same week my parents say they're divorcing, so we have to move to another city. Oh! And that's how I lost my chance of being a normal fag.
No!
Oh, boy!
You know, there's something about, like, you know...
Oh, my heart just dropped in my asshole for you.
There is something sweet about, like, you know...
Your first crush, your
first... there is, and...
Your first love.
You know, it is one of those ones.
Oh.
That's I really feel for this fella. You know.
So heartbreaking.
That is. You could have been normal. You could have.
Yeah, or at least it felt like love at the time. It didn't last, but she did end up introducing me to the girl I'd marry. Still gaming together years later. Funny enough, my wife used to tease her about being into that nerd stuff back when they were in high school. But after we started dating, I convinced her to give it a go. Now my wife's our most frequent GM.
Oh, that's good.
Cute.
That's really nice. I you know what? I'm really enjoying this one because I just don't want to do commerce.
I know.
I know. It's like, yeah, no, I jerked off on her fucking face and like yeah. It's like, come on, can we give me like, look, I know it's a bit cheap.
Give me the wholesome
shit. Give me some wholesome love.
I like it.
I really enjoy a bit of wholesome love. Is it too much to ask for?
No, but I had a friend of mine, he brought his friend who happened to be a voice actress. She did a French accent once off the cuff, and I've been masturbating to it ever since. It's James whenever I do my orc voice.
do the orc voice.
No, I'm not doing it.
Do the orc voice, it's funny.
No!
Go on.
Alright, Daddy.
Oh, it's too good. It's too funny.
Hey guys, do you like models in your tabletop role-playing games? 'Cause we do too. Do you like having big bitty waifus on your table? 'Cause we do too. We got human biddies, we got lizard biddies, we got orc biddies, oni biddies, cat bussies. We've got everything you want at neckbeardia.co.uk.
Check the links down below, it helps us out a lot.
Sorry for interrupting the video, let's get on with the story. Met current girlfriend gaming. Her ex invited her to game night as a pretense to spend time with her. Whoops.
Okay, is X part of your game group though? That's pretty scummy.
That's pretty fucking awkward.
That's pretty fucking scummy if I say so myself.
It has been my literal dream to meet the love of my life in this way. But I know it's probably not realistic. I kinda got close though. Invite 2 of my friends from classes to join in a buddy's homebrew game. One friend is a girl I have a crush on. The other one is one of my bros I met the previous semester. Campaign takes place on an island of chaotic magic. My Warforged backstory was that he was part of a series of constructs made to serve as both guardians and protective suits of armour for the wizards that came to explore the island. The DM and I homebrewed a system that would allow us to merge with other player characters, pulling our HP and using whatever stat out of the 2 was higher for the rolls.
Oh, kind of like a shield guardian.
Yeah. We considered this balance because our party only had 3 members, and also because we thought it was cool. My hope was that my crush and I would become a tag team duo in-game, and use the power of our budding romance to defeat bosses and stuff. Crush rolls a male psychopathic half-elf bard. It becomes a running gag that his favoured weapon was intestines. Our characters have even less chemistry in-game than in real life. Warforged ends up becoming the party's Tard Wrangler for the Psycho and the Gnome Sorcerer with body of a child. Later ended up getting friend-zoned by my crush for unrelated reasons. I only ever combined with Gnome Bro once, which was fun, but I always cringe whenever I think about my final years of college, because I have the relationship know-how of a high school freshman. Oh,
honestly, it was a bad idea though. I don't feel like you're like, okay, you say you got friends, and yeah. The thing is, people, whenever they show up for games, are not
looking for that.
It's a different setting. Like, you know, personally, for me, I'll tell you guys something, right? So, me and Megan's first started going out, I was trying to pass her, be like, come on, we'll go out for a wee drink, yeah? Because the reason why I wanted to go out for a wee drink is because, so it means I can have a fucking drink, so I can actually, like, relax, and calm the nerves down a wee bit, and the autism doesn't, like, fucking shit out uncontrollably, you know what I mean? I do struggle, and that sort of thing, but this was a long time ago.
Like 8 years ago? Yeah. 8 years ago.
Yeah. I don't want to tell you how bad our first...
it wasn't bad. You think it's bad.
It was cringe.
I think it's cute. You think it's bad.
It really makes me cringe anytime I personally think about it.
I know.
But look, anyway, what I'm trying to get at, guys, is...
James hovering over the subject so I don't talk.
No, look, this isn't really the environment to...
try and...
I mean, I can see where the commerce stuff comes from. I can see where some of it acts up.
Yeah.
However, I just don't think...
Like, it's different meeting them at the game and then talking to them outside of the game.
But I don't think you should do it in-game.
On the table. It shouldn't be at the table.
I feel like it's also too public as well, because you're involving other people.
Yeah.
I'll tell you, actually, you know what, I'll tell you is a good one. So our first proper date me and Megan went on, we went to the zoo, right? And this was our... When did we get engaged? 2 years ago now? Yeah, because we're married a year, we got engaged 2 years ago. Okay, so I was thinking, right, okay, we're going away for our anniversary, and we were driving past Belfast Zoo, and we said, oh, do you want to go in there on the Sunday? I was going to...
me, I said...
Yeah, you said that. I was like, you know what?
We were going away to a hotel, and he was going to propose to me at the hotel.
Yeah.
And on the way, we drove past the zoo, and I was like, oh, do you want to go to the zoo on our way back? Because it was our first date, it's our anniversary, do you want to go? And James was like, yeah,
no, that sounds because that sounds like a better idea than what I had already, and because it was the first place we'd ever been to, like, formally together, you know, why not? That sounds like a brilliant idea. So anyway, the time comes, we get to the zoo, it's kind of crowded, if I'll be honest with you.
It was really packed that weekend. I think it was May Day bank holiday weekend.
Yeah, it was, and there was too many people, and any exhibition we went to, there was just too many people.
He wanted to do it around the lions.
Yeah, well, Megan's very fond of lions. Or I wouldn't do it around the monkeys because they're fucking... like, I'll tell stories about the monkeys another time in Belfast. It's funny. The only like exhibit
that was kind of private.
That no one was about was the warthogs. So they're still from Africa though.
So here's me sitting at the warthogs, and I turn around and James is like trying to get down to one knee, and he's like, so
I had the ring in my wallet, so I did. And all, for God's sake. Like, it worked out well enough, but like, all I'm trying to say is, maybe that's just me. I'm a relatively private person.
Yeah.
And I just feel like this way of going about things, like putting it in front of people, see the idea of like public proposals and all that, I hate them. I don't like them.
I don't like them either.
I feel like if this guy was going to do it, he should have just midway through the week or whatever and say, hey, do you want to go out for a wee drink or whatever? Do you want to go meet up? Do you want to go do something?
Yeah.
Like, you know, just them too.
Do you want to go for coffee? Do you want to go out for lunch or something? Not this. Not people.
And like, you know, especially if she turns around and says, oh yeah, who else is coming? It's like, no, just us, sure. And then she's like,
it's a no.
Then you already know it's a no.
Yeah.
You already know it's a no.
Yeah.
Look, let's keep going. Sorry about that sidetrack, but you know, I thought it was interesting to bring up.
Yeah. I once stared creepily at a hot petite goth chick for 2 solid hours before figuring it out. It was a very feminine goth dude. Fortunately, that was as far as it went.
Well, look, that's at least you worked it out before it was too late.
Yeah.
You know, that's
unless
ideal.
That's what you're into.
Yeah, look, I'm going to assume this was definitely not Tommy the Commie. So
no, I don't think it was Tommy the Commie. No, but I got some pussy at the Renaissance Fair and at the Vampire LARP.
Beast.
Give me some vampire pussy.
Yeah, like as long as they're up for it, sounds pretty base, not gonna lie.
What is it about LARPs?
LARPs seem to...
Why do I always hear this about LARPs?
It seems to be a massive orgy. It really does seem to be the case, though. You know, the thing is, okay, so first of all...
Anyone I know who goes to LARPs always say the same thing.
Yeah, I know a few people that go off and do it over in England, and they say it's fucking insane.
Yeah.
Like, if you can't get your whole little LARP...
You can't get your whole...
Anywhere. Well, that's because, you know what I mean, like, it's a big bit of a nerdy meet-up, there's a lot of role-playing, you're all, like, camping. It sounds like a bit of fun, to be honest with you. I just don't know if I could do it personally. Not the whole orgy thing, the whole the LARPing in general. I don't know. Maybe I can't do it in public. Orgy, maybe. I don't know. Oh, next post.
No, the DM of my old college 3.5 group was pretty into me, but I turned her down because, well, she looked like a farmhand's daughter, and I just wasn't into her outside of her being a pen and paper friend. After another decade of life experiences, I'll outright avoid bringing or forming any kind of meat-based relationships to the table for a weekly game. I've had bad experiences watching intimate relationships absolutely rat-fuck campaigns because people brought their hurt feelings to the table and made it hard and awkward for everyone. It's not that anyone involved was a bad person or anything, it just creates tension and I'd rather not have nothing to do with. I'm also a huge pervert behind closed doors. So honestly, I just genuinely assume that no one is my type unless otherwise specified.
I mean, like, at least he's honest about it. I can definitely agree with that, although I've never seen it personally, but I've read enough stories to know that...
What, relationships tables?
Yeah, they can be very difficult, to say the least.
I think it depends on your relationship.
It does depend on your relationship. If
Me and James bring a game to the table and we just take the piss out of each other the whole fucking time.
Yeah, I suppose that's true. But look, you know, it's not... A lot of people can't handle that, and like, whenever emotions are running hot, people can't think straight whenever they've got issues at hand, and they've already... You know what it is? It's like, okay, imagine having a big argument,
and having to go to game night.
And then having to go to game night 20 minutes beforehand.
Yeah.
And you haven't even defused the situation.
Yeah.
And it all just runs out. It sounds dreadful, in my opinion.
Yeah.
It sounds genuinely dreadful. So I think that's where we're going to end it. But I think we'll do a few points on some of our opinions on what can be done. So first of all, falling in love at the table is, I would say, it's not ideal to begin with. It is possible. But it doesn't happen very often, let's be serious. Yeah. I personally do think if there is someone, I don't think you should try and pursue them in-game. Mm-hmm. I think that's going to just end terribly for you, or it makes you look like a bit of a perv, or like a white knight, or... you know, a bit of a beta orbiter, or whatever, or you just get friend-zoned as well. Like, you know, the problem is, a lot of people say, oh yeah, she friend-zoned me. I think it's either, number one, you pussyfooted about too long, and you didn't
or you went in too hard too fast.
Yeah. There is a happy medium. It is very hard, I know.
Yeah.
Like, it happens to the best of us, you know what I mean? But, you know how it is. Again, I don't really feel like tabletop games lend themselves well to it. I think they lend themselves genuinely, even though I'm not a kimmer and I don't really buy into the whole kimmer-ness, I do think they're actually better for that, though, if I be honest.
Yeah, but if you guys are, like, struggling with this type of shit, just remember, it literally took James 5 months to get me to even meet up with him. Yeah,
actually, that's true. Yeah, you broke up with your boyfriend for, what, like 4 years? And then I messaged you, like, a month later. And then I kept messaging her for a very long...
It took him 5 months for me to cave and be like, right, okay, fine.
Like, as long as you're persistent enough, you know what I mean? Like, you know, like, that's all I'm saying. It seemed to work out for me. But, like, I suppose...
But it'll happen.
You know...
It mightn't happen now, next month, next year, but it will happen. There is someone out there for
The
everyone.
thing is, you also need to put yourself out there, though.
Yeah, and you also need to stop having such glorified... perceptions of the women.
Well, that's true as well.
Whenever you see like a big neckbeard, fedora, and they're looking for like this petite little anime girl, it's like, no, it's not going to happen.
I'm sorry, but
you're going to get a girl who is nice and who will treat you right.
Play in your league, right?
Yes, 100%.
No, your
James didn't got me, but like,
yeah, like I shot high, so I don't like, that's all I'm saying. I shot really fucking high. I went into the sun and burnt up in the atmosphere. But no, honestly, look, guys, that's what my views on the matter would be. If you're really struggling about these sorts of things, put yourself out there.
Yeah.
You know, the worst thing is, okay, you know, it is terrible. It is a really horrible feeling whenever
you get rejected.
Or no, the worst. People say, "Oh, the worst thing they can do is say no." It's not that. The worst thing they can do is laugh
or say "ooh."
Yeah, which is genuinely heartbreaking. It's very upsetting to anyone, you know. But the thing is, you just have to do it.
No, but then again, the people who laugh and say "ooh" to you,
you never.
They're going to be dickheads anyway.
Yeah,
during the relationship, even if they did say yeah. If that's their personality that they have, they're going to be a dick.
Yeah, so you're actually kind of lucky.
You dodged a bullet.
Yeah, exactly. You know, so it kind of worked out for the best.
Yeah.
As I say, guys, like, if you like someone, if you see them, put yourself out there.
Shoot your shot.
If you feel like, oh no, I'm too nervous, oh, I'm already in the friend zone. Like, if you've got them feelings anyway, there's not, like, what would you rather do? Would you rather
wonder about it your whole life?
Or just have said, like, fuck it.
Out of the way, like either they say yes or no.
Yeah. But then again, this also depends on what age group you are. Like, you know, like when I haven't been single since I was 19 when Megan started going out, like my 19th birthday. So for me, like dating and stuff, I have no idea what I would do.
I would be terrified.
Like, you know,
I had to go into the dating scene.
Like, see the idea of like online dating and all that Tinder. I just don't understand it because that stuff came out like a good few years after me and you started going out.
We met people in like bars or we met people at like friends' houses. It's
a different scene now. So for like, you know, we may as well just be boomers being like, oh yeah, you just gotta do this. But I don't know the scene or the culture or really what's going on these days. Like either all I want to say is like my heart goes out to you. You will get there if you're struggling.
You're all beautiful, beautiful people, and you will find a partner.
Yeah,
it's fine.
So look, rant over. Hope you guys enjoyed this one. We'll talk to you later.
Bye.